Buddy didn't make his first shot till 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. He's been making some questionable passes, some turnovers. We saw in the game before, he turns the ball over late in the game. But you look at a guy like Davion Mitchell and you look at a guy like Buddy Hield, they're the first two off the bench. On paper, those guys fit together perfectly, right? Davion's great at passing the ball. He's a great defender. He makes up for that weakness on Buddy Hield's end of the floor. Buddy Hield's a great shooter, great at running the floor. So you think that that tandem would be one of the best point guard, shooting guard, or 2-point guard sets coming off the bench in the NBA, right? And I know Davion's had a lot of success, but he's been shooting the ball. You know, he broke the record, played okay in 2 out of these 3 games. But what do you expect to see from that tandem? And do you think they've reached their ceiling, or do you think that they should be split up?
I don't think they should be split up. I definitely don't think they've reached their ceiling. I mean, I don't know how much better individually as a player Buddy Hield's going to get for the rest of his career, but I know for a fact Davion Mitchell's going to get better than he is right now, and he's already pretty good. I like this tandem. I think, like you said, they do fit well together. You know, Davion, in terms of playmaking, I've seen a lot of encouraging things at him in that regard. His ability to find guys in the corner. But that was actually one of the latest things in his basketball life to come. He's always been a score-first guy, a ball hawk, ball hog, sort of a guy. And playmaking was something that he had to add to his game when he got to Baylor in order for them to take that next step and become a national championship contender. So he's still improving in that area. But I've definitely been encouraged by what I've seen from him. I think that they're a good fit together off the bench. Buddy Hield has just been real streaky shooting. I mean, that's the thing for him, right?
That's Buddy Hield.
You make 4 in a row and you miss 6 in a row.
Yep. And we got to talk about with him. We got to talk about shot selection.
I was just gonna say that, you know, it's such a tough thing for a guy that's that good of a shooter. You feel like even when he pulls up from the logo or something like that, you kind of want to say, well, was it really a bad shot? But I do think that I've seen him take a bunch of bad shots here in the last couple of games.
Oh, they saw him pick up the ball in the last game, and they left him open from like 10 feet behind the 3-point line, and he shoots the ball.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe
that one, I think he had just made 2 in a row before that shot.
Yep.
So that's one where you're kind of like, I'm okay with that shot. But I see a ton of contested threes taken really early in the shot clock, right when they cross half court. He's a volume shooter. I get it. If he sees one go in, that means that the next 4 or 5 could potentially go in if he gets the right look at it. But like I said at the top of this podcast, I think that they really need to run some more set offense in the half court. I like this team playing fast, playing in transition, but I like that when De'Aaron Fox has the ball in his hands a lot more than when Buddy Hield has the ball in his hands.
Yeah, and, you know, on the defensive end of the floor, you'd think that Davion could make up for a lot of these defensive inefficiencies that Buddy Hield has, but I saw late in the game, the Warriors are going down the court. Buddy Hield gets lost on defense, and he's supposed to be guarding Steph Curry. Steph Curry's open for a wide open 3. You know he's going to make that every single time.
Yep.
How can you lose a guy like Steph Curry? Especially Buddy Hield is a shooter himself. He knows how much space you need to get open. He knows how much space it takes to get a shot off, and he leaves him wide open. He just looks lost out there sometimes.
Well, miscommunication there. I mean, you're 100% right. I'm not saying I'm not taking it away from you at all, but transition defense communication is so essential, and when you play a team like the Warriors, they make it really, really hard. Really, really hard. Steph Curry was not Buddy Hield's primary defender either, so that it's totally a communication issue there, which they've had a bunch of. They definitely have had their fair share.
The Sacktown Breakdown says Buddy would make more in a row if he took smarter shots.
I couldn't agree more with that.
I like Buddy, but most of the time when he misses, it's because the shot wasn't a good choice. When it's a good shot, it's almost always going in.
Yeah, I think that's a very, 100%. Very fair assessment.
And you know one thing
he's not the only person you can say that about. You could say that for just about anybody.